Welcome all of you to another video of Maths Made Easy Academy. Now in this video we are going to take up Ganita Prakash chapter 7, parallel and intersecting lines. Okay, let's understand what are parallel and intersecting lines. Okay, figure it out questions. We are going to do all the figure it out questions of page 123 in this video, and in my next video we are going to do all the questions of page 124 and 125. Okay, so in this video we are now going to understand first what are parallel lines and what are intersecting lines, and then we will do the figure it out questions. So let's start. Now firstly, what are intersecting lines? Lines which intersect this. Okay, very simply this. These lines are intersecting. It can even intersect over here. Okay, these are intersecting lines. But parallel lines, these are intersecting lines. Okay. So these lines have cut each other anywhere they are intersecting. But parallel lines are the ones which will never intersect. So the distance between the two lines will always remain the same. These are parallel lines. Now what do you understand by parallel lines? Parallel lines are the ones which you can say the railway track. Okay, the railway line which is like this, and then you have. Okay, so these two lines are parallel. Then you can say another one which is a parallel line is a ladder. Okay, when you have a ladder, these two sides are parallel. Okay, and then you have things like this where you step. So these two sides are parallel lines in a ladder. In a railway line, these two are parallel. Why? Because the distance between them is constantly the same. Now there are some rules. Now parallel lines don't meet, okay, and they don't intersect. Now let me see what we can, there are some properties of parallel lines on which the questions will be based from this chapter. What are the properties? Okay, the properties of parallel lines. What are the properties of parallel lines? Let's see. Now properties of parallel lines are, firstly, if you have, there are about 3 to 4 properties. If you have a parallel line like this, the line which cuts, the line which intersects both of them like this, okay, it can also cut like this, okay, but the line has to cut both of them, is called the transversal. Okay, this is the transversal. Here this line is the transversal, and then this angle, you see, where you will put your foot in the ladder. If this is a ladder, you'll put your foot here, or you'll put your foot here, and the next foot will be put here, and the next foot will be put here, right? Okay, so these places, these angles are equal. If this is x, this also is x, or if this is 60 degree, this also is 60 degree. Okay, means these two angles will always be equal. Similarly, this angle is equal to this. Okay, this one. Okay, similarly this one. If this is y, this is also y. This much is 120, this is also 120. Okay, so this is what. Now, what are these positions of parallel lines? Okay, this position of angles in the parallel lines are called, or you can say this set, corresponding angles. Okay, these are called corresponding angles, and corresponding angles in parallel lines are always equal. Now even this, if you see from the other side, is equal to this is equal to this. Similarly here, this is equal to this, and this angle is equal to this. These are all corresponding pairs, and they are all always going to be equal. So this is the first type of angles we talked about in parallel lines. Let's talk about the second type of angle in parallel lines. Okay, so what is the second type of angles in parallel lines? The second type of angle in parallel lines is, there will be about 6 sometimes given in your textbook. You don't need, with just these 3 that I am talking about, you can do any number of sums. So this one is equal to this. If this is x, this is x. Now what is this position called? Even this one. These two are equal. Okay. So this is called interior alternate angles. Okay, interior alternate angles, and interior alternate angles, that is they have to be on two sides of the transversal and then they are equal. Interior alternate angles are again equal, okay, in parallel lines. So this is the second type of angles we talked about. Okay, now the third type of angle which we need to talk about. Now this is not equal, okay, here I want to tell this is not equal. Please don't take it as equal. Corresponding was equal, alternate was equal, but then this position and this position, these two angles, always x plus y is 180. If this is x dash and here is y dash, then x dash plus y dash is also a 180. This set of angles x and y are called co-interior angles. Okay, x and y are called co-interior angles. This is x and y are co-interior angles. Okay, so and they are always supplementary. Co-interior angles are supplementary. Okay, co-interior angles are always supplementary, that is they will always add up to 180 degrees. So this was the third property of parallel lines. Now if you all are being taught lots of angles, no need to learn so many things, only these three, corresponding, alternate and co-interior is enough. Now how will you solve parallel lines? One thing, there are many concepts which are applied here. Few concepts come from 6th standard, okay, or come from your previous chapters. Here these are alternate, right? Here these are corresponding. So you know two things. Then these two make co-interior pair. Okay, what else do you know about these two parallel lines? Okay, what else do you know? These two angles, you see, these two form a vertically opposite. So if this is 60, this also is 60. If this is 120, then this one also is a 120 because of vertically opposite pair. Okay, similarly, now there's something else also. If this angle is a 60, then this angle is a 120. That also you can understand why, you know. So two other things that we can apply along with parallel lines, along with the three properties of parallel lines, is one is vertically opposite angles. Okay, vertically opposite angles. Now vertically opposite angles are not a property of parallel lines, that is just a property of intersecting lines, but we can apply it in the sums. That's what I'm trying to tell. Vertically opposite angles. The other one that we can apply, that I just applied for these two, is angles in a straight line, or you can also say linear pair. So here these two angles add up to 180. So a total of 5 things we can apply. 3 properties of parallel lines, 1 vertically opposite and 1 straight line. That is enough to do any question in parallel lines. Okay, that will help you to do any question in parallel lines. Now there will be some textbooks which will say exterior alternate, interior alternate, things like that you don't need. Okay, please don't burden yourself. These 5 things and you can do any sum from your for your exams. Okay, so let's try out the first question of page number 123, Ganita Prakash, chapter 5, parallel and intersecting lines, and here it is going to be this is figure it out, page 123, as you can see. Now here is the very first question. They want the value of A. Okay, so here they have a set of parallel lines and it goes like this. This is 48 degree and they want the value of this angle A. Okay, now if these two lines are parallel, this is clearly A is, okay, A is clearly 48 degrees. Please give the reason. Alternate angles. If you write this much, it is more than enough. Okay, then there is one sum, which is the second question, in which this is a 52 degree and then B is equal to again 52 degrees. Reason, alternate angles. Okay, let's see the third question. The third question is, here you have one line going like this. This is 99, this is 81 degrees given, and here is angle C. You have to find angle C. So here angle C is straight away 81. Again alternate angles. Okay, you can even write ALT only. So 3 sums done with whatever we have learned till now. Let's see the fourth question. Okay, now this is the fourth question. D is how much? D is clearly, if these two lines are parallel, D is equal to 99 degrees. This is clearly alternate angles. Okay, so this 81 is actually not required. Here if these two lines are parallel, E is clearly 69 degrees. Reason again alternate angles. Okay, so this is actually not needed. So alternate angles. Then if F, now F, some other rule comes. Okay, F is co-interior, so F is equal to 180 minus 132, which is 48. So F is equal to 48 degrees clearly. Reason co-interior angles. Co-interior angles, which is equal to 48 degrees. Reason co-interior angles. Okay, co-interior angles are supplementary. So these two will always add up to 180. Therefore, 180 minus 132, 48 is my answer. Okay, so now let's say this question. Here everything is given. Here which one shall I take? I can take 122 because it forms a corresponding pair. So we used co-interior, we used alternate, now we are using corresponding. G is 122 degrees. If you just write this one, corresponding angles means it is enough to tell corresponding angles are equal. Okay, so let's see. We have to find H in this sum, we have to find J here, I here and J here. So these two lines are parallel. Okay, so here straight away H is equal to, don't write H is equal to 120 because these two lines are not parallel. These two lines are parallel, this is the transversal. This 120 has been given only to confuse. So H is not equal to 120. They have given it so that you write the wrong answer. So this is 75 degree, which is alternate angle. Okay, because even if these two lines are there and this has intersected, this does not make, they make an alternate pair but they are not equal. They are equal, alternate pairs are equal only for parallel lines. Okay, here these, so you have to track the parallel line and I, these two lines are parallel, here is the transversal. Okay, this is the transversal, so I is equal to 54 degree, again alternate angles. Okay, and here J. Now these three lines are parallel, no problem. This is the transversal, this line is the transversal. So we can clearly see J is equal to 97 degrees, which is again alternate angles. Okay, so again alternate angles. So this is all from page number 120. Next, we are going to do the sums from page number 124 and 125 in the very next video. So if you have not subscribed the channel till now, please subscribe it because lots of more videos are going to come up from your Ganita Prakash textbook. Okay, and from other 8th standard textbooks also. I have many videos in the playlist. Okay, thanks all of you. Bye then.